Hello, and welcome to our humble abode for the next few episodes. We are living off on the cliff edge of this destroyed temple. No one's going to want to take a trip down there. Bubbling lava. So, yeah, we are getting to the phase now where we're going to be coming up against a really hard boss. There's also a few difficult fights with lots of enemies, so I want to be prepared for all of that. Spoke about it in the last couple of episodes now, but Shadowheart is needing a redo. I messed around a bit with the first time that we set up with her. The war domain, never tried it before, thought I'd see how it went. It's not been quite as powerful as I expected. I think a lot of her hits maybe have been landing that's quite successful with the war domain, but we need something that's going to do big damage and AoE damage as well, because Bunda's not providing that. He's close quarters combat right now with the monk. So, the plan is to speak to our man here.
Fate spins along as it should.
I'm also experiencing an issue. My right headphone is glitching out. These, I don't know if any of you've noticed it before, but this headset is very old, very broken. It's not literally held together by tape, but it's just about. So I think I might be needing to get a new headset soon. Yeah. So changing class type. See, it's flickering on and off. I can sometimes hear audio, but it's not quite clear. It's not consistent. Will make for some really interesting experiences and some fights. Right. So it's just going to be full cleric. I'm not going to change from it. We are going to go... Alright, okay, yep, sorry. Let me see, take all this off. Thaumaturgy, Sacred Flame, Guidance. I think. Do I get... Yeah, okay, right. It came up on the right side there, Trickery Domain, and I wasn't happy because I wanted to change it. We're going to go for Light Domain. I don't think I've ever tried Light Domain before. I've almost never reclassed Shadowheart before, to be honest. When you're fighting with 4, even in Aura mode, most of the fights are quite, not easy, but doable, because you've got different classes that can do different things. When you're fighting now with 2, you really need to get into the nitty gritty of it, and I have used a build that I found online. I'll make a few changes to it. I'll make it my own, but I'll put the link in the description of this video if anyone wants to go and have a look at the original video, just to see what it's about. You can maybe see where I've changed a couple of things. So, Light Domain is the plan. We want the +2 bonus to be on Wisdom, that's fine. The other one we want on Dexterity. Where is Dexterity? There we go. And then Strength we'll leave at 10. Charisma can just dump down. Bring Wisdom back because we're going to use Ability Improvement to put that up. Yep. Constitution, we're going to use Resilience, which will give us a bonus on Constitution saving throws. Or sorry, it'll give us advantage on Constitution saving throws, so you roll twice, take the highest number. As well as then +2 to saving throws, so you would need to roll at least an 8 out of 2 rolls. Good odds on that. That'll be at level 8, which is coming up soon. I think we're on level 5. I think we are at right now. So by the time that I get to Act 2, we should be looking at getting to level 8. So, yep. Dexterity, 16, yep. That's good for initiative, armor class, all these kind of things. And then Wisdom, because Wisdom's going to be the modifier that's used to determine whether our spells land or not. Says there, Senses and Intuition improves spell casting for clerics, druids, and rangers. So it's a clear necessary ability for Shadowheart. Yeah, there's not many options you get here. The only extra one is Persuasion. Shadowheart's not going to be the one that's talking most of the time for us. It's not going to be in conversation. So History and Medicine, they are passive checks that we'll be making throughout the game. So it's fine for them to be there. We're not going to change our name, that would be silly.
I'm ready. Whatever
And let's start doing the level ups. So, level 2. I don't even think, did I get the option to prepare my spells for level 1? I don't think I did. However, I'll take Shield of Faith and Cure Wounds. No, actually, no, sorry. We'll leave Cure Wounds in now. And then we'll add in Bless. because I'm going to try and start using this. In fact, the Shield of Faith concentration? It is. Both of them are. Yeah, we'll leave. Yeah, we'll try Bless. It's something I really ever get to use. Not that I don't get the opportunity to, it's just that I never think to use it. So, that's on me. That's my my downfall. So yeah, sorry, I'll take it back here just to show you just the things that we're getting, because you do get a few. So we're up to a level 2 spell slots, you get up to level 24 health, and then we get the options of all of these new spells here. I am going to add Spiritual Weapon. I always think this is an important one. Like without this build that I'm following, I always think the Spiritual Weapon's important because it puts an extra action out on the field for you. And it's also extra HP. It's like having temporary hit points. Except temporary hit points, you can move around the map. You can move it away from your character to pull enemies away. It's a very useful weapon, and it's not concentration. It just, you cast it, it arrives, and it'll stay there until it's destroyed or until the end of the fight. Has it got turns? I don't think it has got turns. Right, we get a new cantrip with level 4 as well as an ability improvement. We're going to go for resistance. I can't remember if they actually said anything at this point for this one. We'll put Blade Ward. Yeah, because we thought about that before with the War Domain, taking only half damage from bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. It's a cantrip. It lasts 2 turns. Yeah, we'll put that in. Right, now, the level 4 feat was going to be ability improvement, and that's going to go straight onto Wisdom. Yep. So that brings us up to 18. So before, when we were at 16, you get +3 Wisdom checks, 5 saving throws, 3 Wisdom, 2 proficiency. Then it goes up to 6 saving throws plus your +4 for the Wisdom checks. So we will do that. Sorry if I'm blethering. I'm just firing through this as much as possible. Lesser Restoration, that will be quite important going through Act 2. I don't know if there's anything. Maybe in the. Will it be useful in the Githyanki Crest? Did they use poison or paralysis? I can't remember. But it will definitely be useful in Act 2, so we'll prepare it now. There's nothing else really there that I can see that might be useful. Hold Person maybe for the Githyanki Crest, because it targets humanoids. I'll give that one a thought. For now, we're not at there, so we'll use Lesser Restoration. Now, this was one of the big ones that made me want to take on this domain, the light domain. Destroy undead. So when you successfully turn an undead creature, it also takes 4d4, or sorry, it'll be 6d4, so 4 to 24 radiant damage. You know, and that's, you can cast that in an area, so very useful spell to have. We'll take that, Speak with the Dead, and we'll leave Remove Curse. What was the other one we wanted? No, sorry, we'll take the Remove Curse off. We want Mass Healing and Spirit Guardians. In fact, yeah, because we want Glyphon as well. Do I want Ward of Glyphon right now? I think I do. I'm just thinking about the fight that I'm going in for right now. I don't know how big this fight's going to be, because I know how big this fight can be. The one that I'm about to reach. If any of you played the game on, you know where I'm talking about, considering where we're at. I know how big it can be. I don't think we'll leave it. Glyph of Warden. So with Glyph of Warden, there is one spell that you can cast with it. Let me see, where is it? There it is. Which I never knew. Sleep, right? The glyph emits a soothing magic that puts everyone within range to sleep when stepped on by an enemy. I always thought Glyph of Warden was just your, however many it is, like 5 or 6 different magic spells that you can cast. So your poison, acid, fire, cold, lightning, all those kind of things. I thought it was just those. And that as well, actually, Detonation. It's like a AoE Thunder Wave. So I think I want to make use of that. Also, yeah, so some of the spells that wasn't showing coming up, Fairy Fire. So all targets within light turn visible. That's an AoE. You can cast that. And then you can see this area here. So all creatures, enemies, friendlies as well, within this area will all have advantage against them. So it might be important if I am doing that I cast it, say Bunda comes in. If he finishes someone off and his turn's ending in this area, try and dash out. Not necessarily dash, just if we have any movement speed left, get ourselves out of there, because we don't want to have advantage given against us. So that's one to remember. What else have we got there that's not been spoken about? Scorching Ray. If you remember in Hagfight before going in, I asked the question what would be a good alternative for something like Magic Missile. Scorching Ray. I never even thought about it. So you can fire at level 2, you can fire 3 rays, and then for every upcast I believe it's just 1 extra ray that you're able to cast. Where is it? Here, level 3. Yeah, so it's 4, right? And that's per ray is 1d8 of damage. So that can be quite powerful. All of these cost spell slots, by the way. Even the Fairy Fire there. Flaming Sphere. You can summon a literal sphere of fire to roll around. It will leave fire in its wake. It will ignite anyone that's nearby it, and it can also do, I think it's bludgeoning as well as fire, because it smashes off against people. Can't remember though. We've got Guidance, Radiance of the Dawn, so the sun's divine power dispels any magical darkness, so that'll be useful. It will be useful in Act 2. I can think of various points through Act 3 that it will also be quite helpful. Yeah. Daylight. That's going to be useful for one very specific fight in Act 3. And it might come into use in some other points of Act 2, but we'll see. And then Fireball. Fireball is big AoE fireball that does 6d8 of damage. My friend David, he had a howler with fireball at the end of his game in one of the more serious boss fights. But it was a good laugh. It's one of the reasons why this game's so great, is because you can make wee mistakes like that and still just shrug it off and you just get on with it. He was playing it on the normal difficulty, so he could have save scummed, went back, you know, and corrected these errors, but he didn't, and I respect him for that. He stuck it out. What happens in the moment happens, and you just move on with it. So let's do that ourselves. Whatever happens in the next few moments is going to happen. Shadowheart has all of her spells, I believe.
No time to waste.
Yes, she also has her Channel Divinity. Bunda has all his key points, but we don't have any short rests. I think I will drink. Did we get more potions of strength? I believe we did we not? Yeah, we did. So I'm going to drink one of these. We also still have Bliss of the Spores, or Bliss Spores, sorry, not Bliss of the Spores, just Bliss Spores. So we have that active also. Now we're 13 minutes in and I've not done a single thing yet. So, oh, and I just seen it there on the scroll wheel. I need to do something else. No, actually, I did think about this off camera. I'm not going to do that. No. Ignore me. I'm just jabbering away a lot of shit, as usual. What I was thinking about, if I remember to recall, I'll bring that up when I do decide to do the thing that I said that I was going to do. You're all sat there like, what is he talking about? I'm going to just let the story continue. Here we go.
What? You're dismissed.
Best to stay out of its way.
Bugger off! You're distracting the slaves! They run, you're dead!
The gnomes speak in soft whispers, the words all but lost in the hot air.
What is our perception? It's alright. Seems quite rude. I know he's looking out for them, but they know better than I do about what the guard situation's like here. If they think they can get some information to each other, they will. No, we'll eavesdrop. What are they saying? Get some guidance on there as well. We should be able to hit this. Yep.
I'll never get through. We need that smoke powder.
Philommene's gone, and if she's smart, she won't be coming back.
Tell the sergeant where she went. Beltron's still trapped with that maniac near.
Forget the smoke powder. They'd kill Phil on the spot. I won't let you do it.
I like that. It's probably one of my worst options considering the advantages that I would have, but I do like this camaraderie between the gnomes. So I'm going to recite a gnomish call to action. Carpa bow, together mighty. Oh! Difficulty class of 5, no problem. 24, smashed it.
Larida, he speaks the Maxim. He can help.
Yeah.
Sir, our friends are trapped in the cave-in. And I know a way to get them out.
Bug, please. Trusolnir will... You know what he'll do.
Leave the true soul to me. Tell me what you know.
Lankbug, don't!
I've got no choice, Larida. We have to chance it. A few days back, there was a scene. Our friend Philomene, she's a sapper, set off a blast and ran off. We set a spot for hiding if someone found trouble. I'll mark your map. If Philomene made it, you'll find her there. She'll have the stuff to blow that tunnel wide open and get Beldron and the rest out.
Yep. I'll do what I can.
Please, please don't hurt my Phil. I beg you.
Hurry! Our people won't last in that cave-in forever.
Okay. Right. I am noticing... I'm just get my eye flicking over to the side here on the other screen with the recording. And I'm noticing that the mic audio is picking up interference, I believe, with the game audio. So, I am going to end this episode here, just to do a wee check on that. And then hopefully if everything's working fine, I'll just get up and running with the next episode straight away. Alright, so bit of a short one here. It's only been 17 minutes at this point. But I just want to make sure that the audio is alright so that you aren't missing anything. Or if there's some static that makes it unwatchable, this whole episode might just be a waste. So apologies if there's been any issues. Hopefully I can get this sorted. Alright, but thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.